Hello and welcome to my channel, On The Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. Let's find out what's been on the hook. I hope you had a great weekend. I did. I had a wonderful weekend. I had a great week last week. I had the 3 grandsons here and we just enjoyed each other so much. We had a 2-year-old, 4-year-old, 6-year-old, and really missed them when I took them back home on Saturday, but they'll be back soon to have a visit with us. So we're excited that they're coming back eventually, and we'll get to stay with us for a little bit. So I had a great week. I hope you did too. I hope you did lots of crafty, wonderful things, and branched out and did something new. Maybe made a sweater, made a scarf, planned your fall crochet, which is kind of important now. We're in the end of summer. I think we have a few more weeks of summer, and then we're going to be working on fall, and then we're going to have Christmas presents to make. So you might want to get out some ideas and write them down. See if you see anything that you might want to do for Christmas. If you come across a great pattern that you think you could make for 2 or 3 different people, I think that would be fun. I do that every year. I try to do that during September when I can think, and when the weather gets a tiny bit cooler, my thoughts go toward giving someone something for Christmas. So what do we have today? Well, I have some whips, I have a new start, and a yarn that I'd like to review for y'all. And also I want to talk about the pattern that I released a few days ago. That would be the Lydia's Lace Part 2. And I had a lot of people ask me some questions, so I will try to answer those right now. And who's going to help me with that? Crystal's going to help me. She's going to model the Lydia's Lace Part 2, and I'm going to set her back just a little bit so you can see the whole sweater. Some of you said you couldn't see the lace, so I have let Crystal wear this, and she has a very light colored skin, so you can see that through the lace, and you can see how it's made. I'm going to get her up here a little bit closer for this. And you notice that there's more lace here in the single crochet band is not on this particular sweater. The sleeves are a little bit longer as well, and the band along the top of the sleeve is not as wide as the one on Lydia's Lace. And I didn't feel like I really needed it here, but I did need some stability, so I did put the single crochet rows at the top of the sweater. I still have the squared off neckline, but the stitch pattern is a tiny bit different on this. Now you can't really see it because it's made in a variegated thread, so it's not stripy, which is great, but it is made in a variegated thread, so you're not able to see all the special stitches, but you can see the lace, and the lace does show up no matter what kind of yarn you're using. Also on the back there's more lace. The lace comes down a little bit farther, and so that gives the back of the sweater a little more interest. I really like that. I've also made this in a boxy style, if you can see that. Let me get her back here. Sorry, Crystal, I keep moving you around. This is a boxy style sweater. That means there's a lot of ease in it, and you start that at the very beginning when you first design your sweater. You want to be sure that it's wide enough at the bottom to accommodate that boxy look, to make that boxy look. And you can wear it with anything, jeans, skirts, and you can wear it outside, so you can relax when you're eating. You can eat all you want. And this kind of covers up all those ills. So I wanted to show you, that is one of the reasons that I like my boxy sweaters, because they're very easy to wear. You don't have to tuck them in. You don't have to worry about how tight they are. And I've just really enjoyed making those. I think they're just more casual, and in our culture today we just don't dress up quite as much as we used to. So you can wear this during the day. Whoops, look at that. There's a string hanging out there. I'm going to have to fix that. In our culture, we just don't dress up quite as much. So I'm trying to focus on that when I design sweaters that would be a little bit more casual to wear just any day of the week, and you can also dress them up if you want to. I also didn't put a very large trim along the neckline. It's very small. Also along the sleeves, it's very understated, and at the bottom of the sweater as well. So it just kind of goes straight down. There's a little bit of difference here at the bottom, but not much. And then there's no rib at the bottom to hold it to your body. So it hangs straight. It is a boxy sweater. So that's what I wanted to show you today, a little bit more about this particular sweater. And you could buy this sweater, I guess, on its own. I think having Lydia's Lace would help you quite a bit as far as the structure of the sweater. and the differences are in the Lydia's Lace Part 2, and I explained that to you when I released the sweater the other day. So just wanted to reiterate that, go over it a little bit, and let you see that on Crystal, where you can see the lace a little bit better and where it comes down. And you can also adjust where you start your lace. You might want to adjust it way up here. You can have just lace upper shoulder if you want, or you can have it come down lower and just always wear a tank under it. You could do it either way. Now what I have on is my Busy Bee top, and this is also a kind of a boxy sweater. It's one of the first ones I ever made, and it is boxy. Look at this. It's just really loose. The difference between my sweater and Crystal's sweater is that her sweater does not have the drape that this one does, and that's because the yarn is smaller. It's a number 2 weight. This is a number 3 weight, and this is cotton and polyester. This is cotton and polyester, but it's a larger yarn, and so it's not going to have the drape that the Cotton Fair has. But I really like the way it stands out. Honestly, it doesn't have to have a lot of drape because I have a lot of lace in this particular sweater. So that takes out the bulk of the sweater, and so the sleeves are going to hang nicely on your arm, and the body will be kind of standing up just a little bit, and it will hold its shape. So it depends on what you're looking for there. You could easily make this out of Cotton Fair. I had someone ask me that as well. You could make this out of Cotton Fair and just adjust the pattern with the measurements, as I've talked about many times. You don't have to have a stitch count in any of my patterns. All you have to do is have measurements. So you could use any yarn that you want. You can use any hook size you want to get that drape or non-drape, however you want to design your sweater. Thank you, Crystal. And Crystal's done for the day, and she can go have a little time off. This is the comfy cotton that I made her sweater from. This is a Lydia's Lace number 2, driftwood. Y'all have seen this, but I just wanted to quickly show that to you. Now, the Cotton Fair that I have on, the Busy Bee pattern that I put out, is made with Cotton Fair, and here's what it looks like. It's Cotton Fair. This is the red, white, and blue that I made the America tank from, and it's half cotton, half acrylic, and it's got a great drape. I really love Cotton Fair. I've made many things from this, and I want to show you something else I made from it. I made the Summer Essential sweater with the Cotton Fair. Now this is for people that have not watched my show as much and may not remember this, but this is the same yarn as this, Cotton Fair, in a different colorway, and this is made with my Summer Essentials pattern. So I just wanted to show you that. You can see the wide band around the neck, the boxy look. It's one of my very favorite boxy sweaters. And I've also made this, in the originally I made that particular sweater from Audine Wools, which is from Knit Crate, and it's the Creative Grandma Month, where she suggested colors for this, and they placed her logo on their yarn and sent it out in their monthly subscription box. So cool. But this is Audine Wools, and I made my original Summer Essential sweater from this yarn, and it was called Flirt, which is the pink, and I don't have it right here with me, but the pink is the color. This is another color. This is called Sprout, and it's more of a natural colors, green and brown on the cream base. Very beautiful. I have started a sweater with this, and I haven't proceeded very far with that, but I will be doing that. I've got that right over there, and I went over there to get this morning to show you what I made my Summer Essentials sweater from. So that's the other Summer Essentials I made besides the one I made from the Cotton Fair. So I'll put the links to all the patterns down if you want to look at those. They'll be down in the description box. Now I have some questions to answer. I'm going to show you my whips in a minute, and we'll have our giveaway after a while, but I just wanted to answer some questions because I offered to answer questions. If you want to put a question in the comments box, then put 3 question marks in front of it so I can find them. I've had a little trouble finding your questions, so I went through most all of the comments, and if I missed yours, I'm really sorry. I will try to catch it, or you can resend it to me on this particular video. I'll be watching for it. I had several questions, and let me just get to these really quickly. So if your name comes up, then you'll know it's your question that I'm answering. Joyce asks, what is a sticky mat? A sticky mat is this. This is a self-stick mounting board, and what you do is you mount your embroidery on it. Of course, it doesn't have this writing on here. You just peel this piece off. You place your embroidery on it, and you move it so that it's very smooth. You can use your fingers and move it out, and then you flip it around to the back, and you can tape it or you can lace it if you want to. I'd say just tape it down, and then you pop it into the back of your frame, and it makes it very easy to frame. Now, I haven't framed my Baby Jesus Mary embroidery yet. I was very distracted last week, so I ran out of time, but I do have the supplies. I have the frame, and I also have the self-stick mat, which is the sticky mat is what I call it, and that's what we use to frame our embroidery. Now, there are a lot of other ways to do it, but this is the quick press-on way to do it and get it in that frame, get it up on the wall, and get it done, as they say. All right, Phyllis asked me, have I made a sweater in the round? Yes, I have. I have made many sweaters in the round, but since I've had my YouTube channel, I have started a sweater in the round, but I couldn't figure out a way for everyone to be able to use this without a lot of mathematical calculations. Now, I want to try to do this with measurements like I do my other sweaters that I've put out in my Etsy shop. I want it to be just right. I don't want people to be disappointed when they try to make this. But this is where I started. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see some of these pictures way back in the Wayback Machine. But this is made with comfy cotton. And I used the, let me see what the name of this is. This is a beautiful colorway called Ocean Breeze. This is what it looks like. It's just crocheted and double crochet right here. It's crocheted in the round. I started with the whipped cream, and then I went to the Ocean Breeze, and this is what it looks like so far. I may continue this, I may start over, I don't know, but this is what it looks like. This is part of the sleeve. The sleeve will be blue, and I would probably continue this down just a little bit. I would just join the thread and make some more rounds with that, and then the main part of the sweater would just be kind of a little bit of a boxy look. And you could certainly do this all in one color. You could do it all in the Ocean Breeze. You could do it in any yarn you want to. You don't have to pick comfy cotton. But that's where I started with that. And yes, I have started one, but I have not finished it. It may be next year before I get to that. But I would like to be able to offer a sweater in the round using your measurements. So I'll have to work on that and see how to convert from measurements to the number of stitches, because in some of these sweaters in the round, you really do need to count your stitches. There is a point where you do need to count your stitches, and I'm not a big fan of counting stitches because I want my sweaters to fit everyone. So you see where I'm going with that. I really had a quandary about what should I do with this, and I really just stopped and continued on with some of my other sweaters. So maybe next year I'll get with this and we'll get a round sweater out to you, and you can make one, and there's a lot you can do with round sweaters. I really love round sweaters. I think they're great, but there again, you have to count your stitches, and I'm not a big fan of that. A lady whose name starts with VAMP, I'm not sure what that means, but she asks, am I going to sell my pouchy pattern? No, I'm not going to sell it. It's already out on the internet. You could probably find one very similar to it. They're all made a little bit differently, but I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that. It was kind of a quick project, and I use these to give away now. I may eventually sell some. I really don't know. I kind of got off on a tangent there. And I wanted to pull back to crochet because that's really what my main focus is at this channel. So I wanted to focus more on crochet, and so I have done that. Chris, K-R-I-S-S, asks, the Lydia's lace changes, how many were there? There was only one change. It was on page 6, and all you have to do is look at page 6 and change one letter. And it was in the description box a couple of videos ago, and I may put it back down in this description box. That's the only change. And July 24th, I believe, is when I reissued the PDF in the correct form. I made the change, and I placed another PDF out there on my Etsy shop, so anyone who bought it after that would have the corrected version. And those of you who are really good crocheters probably picked up on it and figured out it was, you know, supposed to be single crochet instead of treble crochet. That one word that was changed. Nance asks me about the green-eyed lady scarf, and I haven't come across this for a long time. Nobody's asked me any questions about it, but I have this little bit of yarn left. This is the hand-dyed, beautiful green-eyed lady yarn that my friend Becky dyed for me. And I made a beautiful scarf from it, and you know, I went yesterday in my closet to look for it, and I can't find it. It has to be in there somewhere, but I don't know where it is, and I couldn't put my finger on it. So I brought the yarn out because I knew where that was, and I wanted to show you the pattern that I used for it. I made it from the Fire and Ice shawl pattern, and this is by Underground Crafter. I've used it so many times. But an alternate yarn for that, instead of this, because Becky doesn't dye yarn anymore. She had to move on to other things, so this is the only piece I have left of it. But you can make this beautiful Fire and Ice shawl from shawl in a ball or shawl in a cake, which is what it was designed for to begin with. See the picture right there? It was done in this, I don't know what colorway that is, but it's shawl in a ball. I have made it from shawl in a ball. It's quite gorgeous, and it's an easy pattern to follow. So I'll put a link to the pattern down in the description box who might want to try the Fire and Ice shawl. June asks how to keep up with each stitch for each project. Well, I write down everything about a particular project and put it in the project bag. Now I have so many projects going right now that I've run out of project bags. Joe, are you listening? I've run out of project bags. So what I do is I have a piece of paper that I use in every project. Like, for example, here's one for a project that I'm working on right now. Wait a minute, that's upside down, but you can't see it. But I've written down the hook size, what hook I used to chain up, how many chains I made, what was the first row, what are the next rows, what is the pattern of the stitch, and I just keep it in my project bag because I do have so many going on that I couldn't keep up with it, honestly, especially the hook sizes. Now, I don't have any more of the stitch markers with the hook size on them. I use those, and they are somewhere. I see a couple of them here on my stitch marker hanger right here. I've got all my beautiful stitch markers on here. And actually, my little grandson took all my stitch markers and separated them into sizes. And so he put them on here by size. And that was very, very helpful to me. And I can find things on here. And I do see 3 stitch markers with the hook sizes on them. And what I'm talking about there is something like this. This has a G on it, and that means a G hook. So you would attach this to your project, and that way you know what hook size you were using. But for me, it's probably better to just put a piece of paper in the project bag so I can always refer to it. I always know what my pattern is as I'm going along because I have several patterns going all at one time. Janet asks, I have a PDF file. I assume she means one of my patterns, and she wanted to make changes to it. You'll just have to write those on there, Janet, because I don't know what software it is that you can take a PDF and make maybe a Word document out of it. If anybody knows, please go down in the comment section and put a comment there for me, if you don't mind, or I'll direct Janet to it, and I'll address it on my next video if I need to. All right, so those are all the questions and answers I can get to today. If y'all have a question, just send it to me in the comment section, and if you put a question mark in front of it, that makes it a little bit easier for me to find. Now on to the whips portion of my program. I have several whips in progress, and some I haven't made any progress on this week, but the ones I have made progress on I want to show you. This is my first one that I'm making out of a Tapenade, which is the colorway for Vidalana. That is this yarn, that is this yarn from Knit Crate. Very beautiful. And someone accurately said, this looks like camouflage. And it does. Once you have it crocheted, look at that. It looks just like camouflage. I'm not a big camouflage fan, but I might be after I finish this sweater. I think it's beautiful. I love the greens, all the different green colors. And I also love the lace stitches that I've put in here. They're not difficult at all, and you just follow the row below you, and it's a 1-row repeat, so that's probably good news to some folks, and it does give it a nice look. I'll hold it up here where you can see it. This is how far I've proceeded. Let's see, I have probably about 10 inches on this particular piece, so I'm almost to the underarm, and this piece will probably just crochet the arms right onto it and make it a short sleeve sweater. Sort of like my summer essentials. A lightweight, really nice lightweight sweater yarn. And in contrast to that, I have received the Lime Brand Mandala watercolors. And I told you this last week, I had ordered this. The almond color, very, very beautiful, cream and brown together. This is a 5 bulky weight. It is a combination of 75% acrylic, 15% wool, and 10% nylon. So it is a roving yarn. It's more like a roving yarn. See, the yarn itself is really round. It's very round and smooth. But I will tell you, this is not soft. I shouldn't say it's not soft. It's soft enough when you squeeze it in the cake. And I have started a sweater with this in a new sweater pattern, and I really, really like it. But it's also in a bulky, and so it's going to be stiff. And since I've used most of the cake here, I have 3 cakes and I've ordered 3 more to finish this sweater. And it'll probably be a fall-winter sweater because it is going to be way too hot for anything less than cool weather, which is fine. I mean, I can move on with that. But this is what it looks like. It is a kind of a stripy, has a stripy look to it. And just coincidentally, the stripes appeared when I was doing a bobble stitch through here. I was doing some bobble stitches on here to make the sweater a little more interesting. So this is what it looks like. Let me just hold this up. I know it's frustrating when I'm moving things around. Let me hold this up. This is what it looks like. I made probably progress on 10 inches. It has been going very quickly because I'm using a number 5 bulky yarn on this. And it looks like, as you can see, the ends have curled up. It looks like it may need to be blocked as well because it has 15% wool in the yarn. I like the yarn. I think it's very pretty, but it's very thick. And being roving yarn, the reason I use the lace stitches in here, the holes, is because it was just too thick. I used a standard stitch right here, but I had to incorporate some holes in here and some bobbles just to make it interesting, but also to keep it from being too thick and too hot. Anyway, I like the yarn okay. I wouldn't buy it again. I did buy enough to finish the sweater, but I would recommend another number 5. I don't really love this yarn. It's pretty and it's, you know, but it's scratchy. It's not, it'll have to have a turtleneck under it, which is fine because it's going to be, you know, fall and winter eventually, and it'll probably keep me nice and warm because it has wool in the yarn. But I'm using a size MN hook with this. It's a kind of a large hook. It's what was recommended actually. So it's kind of a large hook. Anywhere from K up you can use on this particular yarn. We'll see how it goes. I'll work on it another week or 2, and I might change my mind about it. But when I saw the yarn, I thought it was so gorgeous. I saw a video from Lion Brand, and they had shown this yarn and the beautiful colors. The only color that I could get right away was the almond color. The other colors were back ordered. They wouldn't be here till the end of August, and so I thought I would go ahead and make something with this. So I'm going to continue. It's not a difficult make. It's going to be very easy actually, but there are a lot of other 5 bulky yarns that you could use that might be less scratchy than this. So I don't know if the wool is causing the scratchiness or how it's spun. I'm not really sure why that is, but I'll continue on it. I do need to branch out and use some 5 bulkies. It might be better for a scarf or a cowl. I don't know, but I'm always into sweaters, so I love to make sweaters. Another sweater that I'm working on right now, and I have some progress on, I worked on it yesterday, was my green and almond colored stripe sweater. This is turning out to be quite beautiful. I really, really like it. It's made from silk bamboo, and those are the 2 colors I'm using. They have a beautiful sheen. They are not splitting at all. So there's why the True Boo isn't my favorite as far as bamboo yarn goes, but you know, each to his own. This is going to be a very casual sweater. I really like it. I'm wondering if I just ought to make it sleeveless or just a cap sleeve. And you can wear a white turtleneck under it. You could wear a white t-shirt under it, and or a 3/4 length t-shirt. It might be really cute like that. It's turning out to be a little bit heavy. It's not terribly heavy, but it's so soft that kind of makes up for it. So I'm excited about this one. This is a nice sweater. I've also put rib at the bottom, so it's going to have a real finished look at the bottom, and I'm excited about that. I did work on that quite a bit this weekend, so that's one of the whips that I wanted to bring up. Now here's a video from Jo with Jo for Totes, and she makes custom project bags, and I thought you might be interested in this. She has made several project bags and wants to show them to you, so here she is.
Hello, it's Jo with Jo for Totes, and I have 4 different bags. Oh no, I have 5 different bags to show you today. And I'm going to start off showing you the bags that I made for Chris, who lives in Kansas. And Chris and I have had conversations for a long time because the fabrics that she initially wanted weren't available. She found the fabrics that she wanted for these bags and she sent them to me. The first one I want to show you is different from any other bag I've made before. This is a wristlet bag. Like, you hold it like this, put your yarn in here, and then you can put your yarn through these little grommets. She wanted 2 different grommets, so I have one on each side. She wanted an outside pocket, and so there's her outside pocket, and then she wanted a snap that closes the bag together that just gives it a little bit more stability. And then on the inside, she wanted a sleeve for her crochet hook. So there's her sleeve for her crochet hook. Now, I didn't have a pattern for this bag, but she sent me the specifications and pictures. So I just drew it on the fabric and made the little bag, made the little bottom for it, and made her a little pull charm for her zipper that matches. And this is just the cutest fabric. It's got lambs and llamas, and some of them have sweaters on. It's just really, really cute. So this is a wristlet bag that I made for Chris, and so I hope she really enjoys it. The second 2 bags I made for her are just yarn drawstring bags. This one, she wanted me to surprise her, so this is the only fabric that I had that she didn't send me, but this one has little lambs and little knitting needles on it and yarn balls. It's really cute, and this fabric that I found that coordinates with those colors goes all the way to the bottom. And then the second yarn bag is made from fabric that she sent me, except for the contrasting or coordinating fabric, but it has little lambs on it that have taken a bath, I guess, that got all kinds of soap and lotions and everything. It's just the cutest fabric. Both those fabrics that she sent were little sheep and little lambs. And then the last fabric she sent me was this beautiful, beautiful hummingbird fabric. Now, she didn't send me the contrasting fabric, but I found this to have the same colors. The inside has the same colors. Of course, her medallion is really, really pretty. Thought that turned out really nice. She wanted just one outside pocket. And so she has that pocket on the outside. And then on the inside, she wanted a couple of pouches, which she wanted one that had crochet hook sleeves made into it. So there's several of them on each side here. And then this is another pocket on this side. And then she wanted an inside zipper pocket. So I found this real pretty fabric that coordinates. And then she has another little zipper pull charm on the inside. And then she has stitch markers that everybody has. And for this zipper binding, I use the same fabric that I used to line the pocket on the outside and the lining of this one side of the pocket on the side. And then her pull tabs for her zipper were cute. Made those out of the same fabric that I made her handles out of. And you can see there's a little stitch there that gives it a little bit more stability. And I used the same fabric on the bottom of the bag that has all the colors of the hummingbird fabric, but it's got a black background. So I just thought that just turned out so cute. I had a zipper that totally matched the background of the fabric for the main fabric. So those bags will be going to Chris in Kansas. So she will love these bags, I know. Now I want to show you this other bag that I made for Terry that lives in Chula Vista, California. And Terry evidently has a very large fabric stash, and she sent me fabric. One of the bags that I'm making her right now, I'm waiting on a purple zipper for. So it's finished, and I'll just show it to you briefly, but I just can't put it all together. The handles are done. I just can't put them together because I don't have the zipper yet. So this one is for Terry. And she sent me all those fabrics. Aren't they cute? Very cute. I love these jewel tone colors. And then this is the really big bag that Terry wanted. She sent me all these patriotic fabrics with specifications that she wanted this bag 19 by 16. So it's 19 wide and 16 high. So quite different from the regular bags that I made. She wanted two side pockets on each side so they coordinate, and then she wanted this. Let me just show you the inside. She wanted all this fabric, red, white, and blue, that coordinates all together. And this is her medallion that has little stars on it, so I thought that turned out really nice. Her main zipper pull tab has a little charm on it that's got red, white, and blue on it. And the Mickey Mouse fabric I use for the pull tabs. She wanted an outside zipper, so this is the largest outside zipper pocket I've ever made. And she has another little pull tab charm on that one. And then on the inside, she wanted another zipper pocket. And she also wanted a pouch that had crochet hook sleeves worked into it. And she wanted a clear vinyl pouch that had a snap closure on it. So she was very, very clear on everything she wanted, and we were back and forth several times just to make sure we had everything right. And I think we did. Let me just show you real quick the difference in this bag. So let me show you the bag for Chris that I made, which is the regular size bag. And you can see this is how that looks when you're carrying it around. And then Terry's bag is huge. I just say it's huge. She makes baby blanket afghans, and so she wanted a bag big enough to hold those and all of her yarn, of course. The bottom of this bag I didn't show you, but it is navy duck canvas, and so that goes along with the colors of her bag. And I just thought it turned out really cute. But it was a big bag to make. On the inside, on the bottom, I put another piece that I showed you on another bag that I made that's got this foam board that I covered and put to give it more stability. Because if you get heavy things in here, which you would think it would be heavy just because of the bulk, then that will give the bottom a lot more stability and it won't kind of collapse on you. And then let me just show you this bag again. That's for Chris. And this is how this is intended to be used, is that she can just go where she needs to, and she can be crocheting or knitting along and just have all of her yarn and all that just right there. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing these bags, and I'm looking forward to hearing back from Chris and Terry when they get their bags to let me know how much they enjoy them. And until next time, I'm Jo for Totes.
Thank you,
Bye.
Jo. That was awesome. I love to watch your videos and how you make all these beautiful bags for my subscribers. I really appreciate it, and I think you do a beautiful, beautiful job, worth every penny that they pay for these. I mean, they're beautiful bags, so not something you can just get in a store somewhere. So they're custom project bags. If you're interested in one, you can start a conversation with Jo. Her email is down in the description box. Now for the giveaway for this week. I have made this project bag. I finished it. It has watermelon on the back. It has rulers on the inside, a yellow zipper pull, and a red zipper. I thought that would be cute on this. This is a really neat project bag, and we are giving this away to those who last Monday in the comment section wrote the word watermelon, and had lots and lots of those folks. So we are going to turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins this project bag. Okay, so here we are with our camera pointed to the computer. This is the URL from last Monday. Here we are filtering duplicate users, and there are comments based on a specific text, which was the word watermelon. So let's find out how many comments we had last Monday, or all through the week. You could sign up through the week. 282 comments. All right, so let's go over here and find out who wins the watermelon On The Hook Crochet Pouchy for this week. I'm excited. The winner is Camilla Green. Camilla, you are the winner. It says congratulations to the winner. I guess that was from last week. And she says, love the tops. The watermelon fabric is so cute. So Camilla, you are the winner of the On The Hook Crochet Pouchy for this week. Camilla, you are the winner of the On The Hook Crochet Pouchy for the week. So please send me your mailing address and I will get that in the mail to you right away. Congratulations again. All right, so next Monday we have another giveaway, and that giveaway will be the crochet surprise for the month. So we will open this on Monday because I'm not allowed to open it yet. It's not the 5th of August. It's only the 3rd of August, so I'm not allowed to open this on camera. But this will be the giveaway prize for next Monday. So sign up for this by writing in surprise, and that's SURPRISE. That is surprise. Write that word in the comment section, and you will be in the running for the giveaway for the crochet surprise next Monday. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have a great week, a great crafty week, and having some fun just starting a crochet project, or crocheting a sweater, crocheting a shawl, crocheting a scarf. All of that is a lot of fun to do, and it helps you feel good about yourself, and it's something to do in the evening if you're watching TV, or you're just kind of stuck at home. Some people are still in lockdown of some sort, and I have found that to be a great comfort to be at home. If I have to be home, I can do my crochet, I can do embroidery, I can just enjoy watching YouTubes of people doing that. I've done a lot of that lately. I've enjoyed watching other YouTubers do what I do. So remember that all the yarn that I show, and I had someone ask me this, all the yarn that I show on my program, including Lion Brand any yarn, of these yarns, I am not sponsored. I have no sponsorships at all with yarn companies. I am not sponsored by any pattern companies, any yarn companies, any hook companies. I do have an Amazon affiliate account, and when you buy something through Amazon, which is fairly rare, if you buy something you don't have to pay any more for it, but a little bit comes back to me, and that does help me with a little bit with my postage to send out giveaways, to buy yarn, and to come up with other content for my YouTube program. So I thank you all for subscribing. If you like this video, hit that like button so that YouTube will know that you liked my video, and they will give it to other people who might enjoy watching it as well. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm at On The Hook Crochet, and you can follow me there. Also on Facebook, I have a Facebook group called On The Hook Crochet. You are welcome to join. You can go out there, and then you can post pictures of what you make, of my patterns or other patterns. You can post pictures out there, and it's for crocheters only and knitters, crafters. So join the Facebook group if you'd like. You can also join my community, which you can go down in the description box and you'll see the link for that. If you join up, it's free. It only takes a second to join, and you will receive first notice of patterns that come out onto my Etsy shop, and also you get a substantial discount to use. So I hope y'all are using that. I think I saw some come through the other day when I released my Lydia's Lace Part 2 pattern. I was really excited to see there were a lot of people who bought that, and I think I hope they had the Lydia's Lace pattern already, because that's the way it was designed. I haven't received any comments about that, so I think we're good to go on that. So I hope you have a great week. Be sure to put your questions in the comment section down below. So join me next time to find out what's on the hook.